They're back. They've brought back the Les Paul DC. And I've been after one of these for ages in TV yellow. It's the one to have, I think, isn't it? Oh no, Cole, it's another Gibson. Yeah, there are reasons, okay? There's a really good reason that I've got another Gibson this week. This is the prize in our Christmas raffle. Stick around till the end and I'll tell you how you can win this actual guitar. Guitaristas is proudly supported by Gear for Music. Hello, thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Guitaristas. First off, I'd like to start with a little bit of an apology. I'm sorry. It's another Gibson. I know, there have been loads on the channel recently, and Epiphones, Gibsons and Epiphones. Yeah, it's been a little bit of a theme for the last few months, actually. There's been other stuff. Last week there was a Heartwood, wasn't there? A little while ago there was a little run, actually, a spate of Fenders and Squires. And after that I thought, oh blimey, I better move on to another brand. So it's another Gibson. But the thing is, there's a really good reason. There's a really good reason that I've got another Gibson this week. Largely because I wanted to, well no, largely because they're back. They've brought back the Les Paul DC in TV yellow, and in their standard lineup, in the lineup. It's not a limited edition. It's back, and I've been after one of these for ages in TV yellow, with with the right headstock. So I bloody got one. So I shouldn't have to apologise for that, should I? So that's reason number one. Reason number two. This is going to be our Christmas raffle prize. Stick around till the end and I'll tell you how you can win this actual guitar. It's a Gibson. The reason that's important is, well, this will be, I think, the 8th raffle so far. A majority of the winners have lived in the USA because my audience, you skew heavily towards the USA. I think about half of my global audience, and it is global, but half of you seem to be American, and it's a bloody nightmare trying to import anything into the US of A, which wasn't made there, because of the tariffs. It's really become difficult. So blame your president if you're not a Gibson fan, okay? And you've got to watch another bloody Gibson review. Oh no, Cole, it's another Gibson. Yeah, there are reasons, okay? There's another reason as well. I've been wanting for ages, to do a comparison with one of my all-time favourite guitars. This one. It's Chinese. It's an Eastman. This is one of my favourite guitars. Oh, look. It looks the same, doesn't it? Yeah, and I've been wanting to find out how similar it is. And if it's better. So next week, this week I'm going to review the Gibbons, and next week I'm going to do a comparison, side by side, deep dive. Which one's better? Gibson or Eastman? Another one of them. So that's reason number 3. And oh yeah, I think I said this actually. I think this was also reason number 1. I wanted one, so I bought it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to review this. Deep dive review, take it apart, all the weights and measures, see what it smells like. It smells of Gibson, which is, I tell you, when you first get it out of the case, it's glorious. Anyway, yeah, moving on. Timestamps are in the description box. If you're in a little bit of a hurry, if you've got a little bit of time on your hands, go and put the kettle on, get some nibbles, and come back and join us and chill out. And what we'll do is we'll do a review of this guitar and we'll plug it in and we'll play it and see what it sounds like. And then we'll come back and we'll waffle a little bit more. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I'll tell you how you can get tickets to win it. Let's get on with it. So a bit of brief history. The Les Paul Junior double cut, introduced in, I believe, 1958. And it was only made for a few years, up to 1960-61, when it was replaced by the horny SG-shaped one, which of course, in 1961, they called the Les Paul, until they renamed that the SG in 1963. So this didn't last that long, and it was several years before it was reintroduced into the Gibson lineup. For a long time now, it hasn't been available in the standard Gibson lineup. Custom shop, of course, you can get them. I was looking at prices. There were a couple, $7.5 grand, you know, for a custom shop one of these, which is silly. You can actually get, if you look on Reverb, you can get original versions of this for about $7.5 grand. Prices seem to sort of vary from 7.5 up to about 12 on if you look on reverb.com. But it's been a long while since this has been in the standard Gibson lineup. They did introduce this as a limited edition on the Gibson website about a year or so ago, I think it was. And I was gassing for one. The only difference was I still think there are still some on there, but the yellow ones were always sold out when I was ready to pull the trigger. But they had some with a taut pick guard. But you could easily do that yourself. Apart from that, I think it was identical. There was some kind of rumour that the ones that they introduced couldn't be intonated. I don't know if that's true or if that's just people's misinformed opinion of the good old wrap over tailpiece. We'll get into that in a bit. Yeah, when we're going to take it apart in a minute, and we'll talk about the intonation and all about that. What's that all about? You know. But yeah, now of course it's available again, and it's available in 3 colours: the vintage cherry, ebony, and of course this one, the TV yellow. It's the one to have, I think, isn't it? Yeah, which is the reason I didn't get one sooner, because every time I wanted the TV yellow one on the Gibson exclusive version, they were sold out. I nearly bought, oh yeah, there's a walnut one available still as of today on the Gibson.com website in the UK for $12.99. And I nearly bought that a few times, but I thought, no, it's got to be TV yellow. So yeah, when I saw this, I was looking for Black Friday deals. There were no Black Friday deals on this, but I was looking and I thought, I've got to get the raffle prize for Christmas. I've got to get something that I want, because there's always got to be something that I want and I can own for a little while and enjoy it and make a couple of films about. So here it is. £1,499 here in the UK. They also do a special, of course, which has got the 2 pickup version. It's got the 2 pickup version. It is the 2 pickup version. It's got another pickup and 4 knobs. And binding, I think, the special, isn't it? £1,699 you can get those for if one pickup's not enough for you. So, should we stop waffling and have a look? It's made of mahogany. It's a big old slab of mahogany. How many pieces? I think it's 1 piece. No, it's 2. They hide it so well on these things nowadays. I'm not actually certain, but I think there is one. Anyway, big slab of mahogany set neck. They call that a slim taper. We'll have a look at the profile and measurements of that in a minute. But first of all, let's weigh it. It's going to be light, isn't it? 6 pounds 3 ounces. 2.83 kilos. Beauty. Right, so yeah, slim taper neck. Let's have a look at the profile and measurements on screen now. Here are the neck profile and measurements at the 1st fret. And here are the neck profile and measurements at the 12th fret. So there you go. It feels kind of wide. I don't know why, but it feels wide. I don't know if it is wide because I haven't actually measured it and seen those measurements that you've just seen yet. But it feels wide. They call it slim taper. It does feel quite shallow. So it's not a big chunky neck like you might expect. Sort of more of a 60, 61 profile neck than 58. You'd imagine it to be chunky, wouldn't you? It's not. It's got a rosewood fingerboard. There you go. Feast your eyes on that. It's nice and attractive, isn't it? Being a junior, there's no binding on this. So there's no fret nibs on this at all. Medium jumbo frets, and as you might expect, it's a pretty decent fret job. There's no sharp edges. You wouldn't really expect that. Well, you don't really get that on Gibsons, do you? They've got their frets sorted out nowadays. You know, QC's fine. There's no. I mean, the lacquer. There's a bit of dimpling on the lacquer where it joins the fretboard. I'll try and do a picture of that, but it's probably not noticeable apart from under these powerful lights. Overall, QC seems to be fine. Yeah, there you go. It's got the white button vintage deluxe tuners, the Gibson version, the big blocky ones, and it's got nuts rather than pressing bushings. It's all standard stuff for Gibson, isn't it? It's got a Graphtec nut. It's got the very lightweight aluminium wrap over, what people call non-intonatable, but it is intonatable, of course. I'm going to go into these in more detail next week when I compare it to the Eastman, which has got the different type, what people might call the intonatable one. I'm going to explain the differences next week. This is the vintage correct one. This is what they put on the guitar in 1958, 1959 and 1960. They didn't introduce the other style. See, I'm going into it in more detail, aren't I? I'll cover it in even more detail next week. But they didn't introduce the other one, the lightning bar one, until 1963. I like these because they're vintage correct, and that's kind of means stuff to me for some ridiculous reason. Right, it's got black top hat knobs. It's got a single dog ear P90. Let's take a pickup reading. Okay, all knobs on 10. You've got 7.57K. And the inductance is 5.78 Henrys. Simple. Oh, there you go. Big old long neck tenon, isn't it? There you go. Oh, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to see anything. There you go. Okay. Simple. No frills at all. Bit of plastic there. Single ply. Yeah. Oh wow. I really didn't expect that. Let's have a look under the pickup. The cover comes straight off. There you go. There's nothing under there at all. So there's no adjustment available at all on the dog ear pickup. Apart from what you can do is put shims under these dog ears to raise it up a little bit if you need to. But generally, they just do the job as they are. There you go. TV, LP, Junior, D. DC, I suppose that means. Okie dokie. That's all there is to see there. And here inside the control cavity, you've got Gibson 500k pots. You've got an orange drop capacitor soldered centre lug to the back of the pot, which is ground. And somebody's written in pen it looks like TY, but I'm guessing that's TV JD, Junior DC. There you go. All hand wired. There you go. Let's put it all back together. Put that back on, put a new set of strings on it, and plug it in, see what it sounds like. See you in a minute. Right, here we go. This is what it sounds like unplugged. Nice and big and open. These wrap overs always sound good unplugged. Yeah, always, yeah. Now, I'm going to go into the intonation next week when I do the comparison with the Eastman. So let's not worry about that now. But suffice to say, it's all pretty good. It's all pretty much in order. You can tell when you play, obviously, open chords up here. See? It's not too bad at all. It needs a little tweak, I think, maybe. A little pulling back just on the these three, but it's going to do the job fine for today. So let's see what it sounds like plugged in. On the board today, I'm going to use a bit of drive today, I think. So I've got the Klon clone on the board. I've got the Nobels ODR1, and I've got the Rat. And if I use them, I'll show you a higher Crocs cam there, okay? Right, here we go. That's it, isn't it? The P90 Raw. Bit bright. I'm just going to roll back the tone for now. Let's do a bit of Johnny Thunders, eat your heart out. Sorry, I'm having trouble focusing today. There you have it. A bit of a wig out from me today. It's such a fun guitar to play. It's all you need. It's really all you need, or it's all I need. It's you can really, hopefully, as you saw, you dig in, you get carried away. I mean, I definitely got carried away this week. Digging in, it's and because it's so lightweight as well. It's you know, it sits for sitting down. It's a bit of a funny place because it's I can't do it now because the thing's in the way. But it's kind of like it's quite back there. I suppose it's like a normal Les Paul. The cutaway's in the same place, isn't it? But you got I suppose the difference is you got all this fret access. You go all the way up there, and I didn't today. I stopped. I think I stopped around about the 17th fret today. It normally works up to about there, and I think I'll go higher, and then it's a bit, you know, more practice required. But yeah, it is, isn't it? It just is. I'm so pleased that they've brought this back to their standard lineup. Sounds great. It's, you know, it's a P90, isn't it? It sounds like a single P90 guitar should. The QC on this is great. There's nothing to criticise really. As I say that, I just tip it into the light and I can see these little dimples in the paint, in the lacquer. But that's nobody's fault, is it? I mean, that's lacquer, isn't it? You can't reject guitars just because they've got a little bit of orange peel. That's what it's called, isn't it? Or I don't know if it's actually orange peel or pin. I don't know. I'm not a painter. But you don't see it. My only criticism with this guitar is the tuners, and there's nothing wrong with the tuners. You know, these tuners are tried and tested and work brilliantly. But I don't like these big blocky Gibson Deluxe ones. I prefer the smaller. The ones that Epiphone actually use, Epiphone Deluxe, they're the smaller. They're the same size as the original Cluson Deluxe ones. I just think aesthetically they're more pleasing, and also these have got, you know, nuts holding them on, which are not as aesthetically pleasing as just the pressing bushings. But that's it. That's nitpicking, really. It's a £1,499 guitar, this one, at full retail, which you might think sounds a lot for what's a simple guitar. There's no binding and it's got one pickup and blah, 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 no frills. But actually, in the scheme of things in today's world of guitar prices, it ain't bad. Not when, you know, not when you can pay that the same for an Epiphone. You know, we won't get into that argument. But at the end of the day, it's a Gibson. It's got the headstock. It's got a nitro smell. I shall put this back in the case for a bit. I'll try and keep it in the case for as long as I can. I'm going to play it throughout this month, and then of course this is going to go off to a new owner, because this is the prize in our Christmas raffle, as I mentioned at the start. So let's talk about that. The link's in the description box, okay? You could win this guitar. Tickets are £5. 10% of all proceeds goes to charity, which is, on this occasion, the Stroke Association. And the whole point of the raffle is it raises funds for the channel, for the Guitaristas, which enables me to buy stuff like this, review it, and next week I'm going to compare it with the Chinese one, the Eastman. So it finances this stuff, and then unfortunately I'll have to, you know, pass it on to a new owner. But I get to enjoy it for a while, and I'm gonna play this a little bit more. So whoever wins this, there might be a few more scratches on the scratch plate. Although I don't know if this has got plastic on it. Probably has. I rarely take the plastic off these days, because I rarely get to keep nice guitars these days. I can't afford to. You know, YouTube ad revenue doesn't pay peanuts, and without the support of GIF and Music, you know, our channel partners who support this community, without their support, without the support of the TV channel subscribers, the members over there, this wouldn't happen at all. Okay, and because you know, I need to earn a living before I start spending money on guitars. Okay, the raffle funds this. The link's in the description box. If you fancy supporting the channel, check it out, buy a ticket, maybe a couple of tickets. The raffle's drawn on Sunday, the 28th of December at 2000 hours, okay? So Christmas draw, or just after Christmas. This could be winging its way to you. Somebody's going to win it. So if you enter, thank you. Thanks for supporting the channel, and good luck. What else? I don't think anything else. I think I've got it all out there, didn't I? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's everything. I've covered everything. Next week, USA versus China. Come back, same time, same place, and let's find out what happened there. Yeah. Cheers for watching. See you next week. Ta-da.